There were a few things that used to be in the Mass Effect franchise that weren't in Andromeda that I would like to see make a return in the future, which is why I decided to make a video talking about the things I'd like to see make a comeback. The first thing is definitely the Paragon Renegade system. I think this is probably going to happen because in 2023's N7 Day, the Mass Effect team released a poster with a character's cloak that matches the shape of the Paragon logo. It also contains the colors of the Renegade logo, so it's possible that this will make a return. I would definitely like to see some changes to it though, because the original system, while being engaging especially with the Paragon interrupts, was a bit flawed. Playing as a Renegade had much less benefits when compared to being a Paragon. A lot of the choices were pure evil, which would lock you out of some content, which is weird because both sides should give you equal benefits. It also takes you out of the experience a bit, as some Renegade options have little nuance to them and being a Paragon is just the logical choice. There are certainly some instances where the Paragon Renegade system shines, like the decision regarding the Ragni Queen in the first game. Both Paragon and Renegade choices in that circumstance has benefits on both sides. I hope more choices like that are present in the next game, otherwise it just makes people not want to take the Renegade route. Also, there is a bigger chance of you losing squad mates and squandering storylines in the series if you go full Renegade. But if you go full Paragon, there are hardly any consequences when compared to being a Renegade, so I hope they manage to achieve more of a balance with this system in the future entries. Next thing I like to see is the return of some of our squad mates from the original trilogy. It's still not so clear what the exact timeline of this next game is going to be, but even if it's set many years after Mass Effect 3, there is still a possibility of your previous squad mates making a return. Liara is most likely confirmed since she appeared in the first teaser trailer. There is also a chance that Grunt and Rex might make a return since Krogans have a lifespan similar to the Asari. But if this game is set not long after Mass Effect 3, then anything could happen. As long as someone from the original trilogy makes an appearance again, it will be quite a treat. I also hope we see the races that were absent in Andromeda, which is the Batarians, Quarians, Geth, Volus and Hannah. We have not seen these races since Mass Effect 3, and it would be nice to see them return again, especially since we weren't shown the Quarian arc in Andromeda. I think a lot of people are eager to see the Quarians right now, as the end of Mass Effect 3 basically changed a big part of their culture. Another thing similar to this point that I want to see is us returning to the Milky Way galaxy, since I like to see the future of the ramifications of curing the genophage, making the Geth and Quarians work together, as well as the future of artificial intelligence, since it was always a big topic in this series. There are also tons of unexplored destinations in the Milky Way galaxy, as many of the mass relays were closed after the Ragni War, so there is some potential with that as well. Now, just because I want to return to the Milky Way galaxy does not mean that I don't want to see any more of the Andromeda galaxy. There were some interesting things that Andromeda introduced, like the new races and the Scourge, which was the big threat of that game. In fact, there's a huge possibility that we might go to both galaxies because of this image that was revealed in 2023's N7 Day. The Geth have not traveled to the Andromeda galaxy yet, but this picture shows an Angaran and a Geth, so there might be a chance that we'll explore both the Milky Way and Andromeda. So yeah, for now these are the things I'd like to see in the next Mass Effect game, but I would definitely love to hear what you guys would like to see in the next entry of this series, because after all, this is just my opinion. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below, and with that being said, this has been 2367 Ruben, signing out.